Man, I'm busy washing clothes because today it's 40 degrees, which is one of them things. But as long as it's nice out, I figured I'd wash what clothes I had, though I really didn't need to. But as long as I was washing clothes, I was working on some axes. And it made me think of something that happened the other day. This is a nice axe, the True Temper, Kelly. This is the Vulcan. True Temper made some nice axes. Well, okay, here's what happened. The other day I went into town. I had been working around the yard here, and there was some stuff I needed. So I thought, well, I'll quick run in, and as long as I was in, I was going to hit a couple thrift stores. Because I always seem to find something, that I wasn't looking for, but I always seem to find something. So in the one, I find 2 or 3 things, bring them up to the counter, and as soon as I get up to the counter, there's a girl working the register, and she says, "What's that smell?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, it could be a deluxe combination of sawdust and horse manure and sweat and pipe tobacco. It could be a deluxe combination." But he said, no, she said, "It reminds him of my grandfather." And she couldn't place it, but she said it just, as soon as she smelled that, it just boom, she thought of him. Well, it turns out her grandfather had been, like I say, all this other stuff, a carpenter and all this. And what jogged her memory was my gloves. I had been doing some pine tarring, and you could smell the pine tar on my gloves. And it just, bang, brought her right back to her grandfather. She was just amazed. But that's, your sense of smell is a tricky thing. That's what the whole perfume industry is based on, that it'll snap you right back. And that's what it had done to her. Because it's different. It's different from anything else. But she just loved that smell. And I thought, it's one of these, you get kind of half nuts chicks with daddy issues. Well, that's a dual thing. Crazy is hot in a way. And that's what some of the old aftershaves still play on that. But, this was grandfather issues, and that's a long pull. But it is, it reminds me of, there was a guy that lived at a place that he was a painter and whatnot, and he had beehives, and, well, I know the one building there, you go in it, and there was a distinctive smell to it. And I couldn't place it at the time, but it was pine tar is what it was. But he was an old guy, and he knew the value of pine tar. But I thought that was interesting that she zeroed right in on that. But it is something that, you know, it gets in your gloves, in that leather, and it really doesn't come out. But I don't find it to be an objectionable smell. Some people might be familiar with it because they use it in softball and stuff. They'll use it on bats to keep your hands from slipping. In fact, that's a lot of times if you look for pine tar, you'll find, you know, little tubes of it that were used for that. And I don't use little tubes, I use them by the quart. You know, and even now, I mean, like I say, it's 40 degrees, but I heat this up in a double boiler. You know, it's mixed with turpentine and then heat it in a double boiler, or you'd never get it to, you can't pry it out of the can. That stuff takes heat. But it's lovely stuff. And she thought so. It's the new aphrodisiac. They're going to have to make a pine tar scented cologne. Well, they do, you know, they make a lot of soaps and stuff out of pine tar. Now, there, I'm in good shape. Now she just takes heat. Well, I got one more I got to do. Well, not one more, but I got one I'm in the middle of working on, which was this little hatchet that had a kind of a neat old handle on it. This is the handle. It was really nice, slim, you know, nice little handle. But it was, when I took it apart, I had a heck of a time getting it apart. There was no wedge in it even, but we had 2 fencing staples, 2 little shingle nails, a broken off big nail, and a whole big nail. That was all driven in there. You know, normally when I take one apart, I saw the handle off and then I can get in there with a drill. It was hard to hit her without hitting metal. But I got her off of there. But I'm just gonna knock off some of these burrs where people have been using her for a hammer. Though she ain't too bad. Now I'll put a new handle. I got one of the regular little hatchet handles. Of course, you know, Bowman handle. So I got to scratch that. You know, the hammer handles and the like pitchfork handles, they've got a varnish on them or a shellac of some sort that I got to take off first. The axe handles don't; they're just raw wood. But first, I got to get her fit. But that's a good enough little hatchet. You know, not that I'm short of them, but good to have. And I got another one I'm working on. This is kind of an oddball, though. It's a, you know, it's a real short handle. And this is another one of those handles that came from that beaver tooth. And what it is a miner's axe handle. You know, they're shorter for, you know, if you're in a mine banging roots out of the way. But I want it for banging wedges. It's a fairly heavy head, but shorter would be easy to carry on my belt. So I'm going to put that one together too. But she's got to take a little bit of fitting. Because, again, that isn't a Bowman handle. I don't know that they make it. Well, they probably do, but we didn't carry them in the flea farm. Otherwise, you know, these other handles, they aren't hard to fit. And I'm sure this one won't be. I'm sure it'll go right in there. You know, it doesn't take much work to get them to fit. Yeah, it was kind of funny. I noticed in the email the one day I got an email from somebody whose dad sets up the machinery. that Bowman that runs the lathe. Yeah, see, that's going to go right in there. It cuts these handles. So I got to get back to him because he wanted to send me a calendar or something, you know, a Bowman stuff. I do like that company though. You know, it's nice to see a good handle. You know, the only thing, like I say, I got to take the varnish off of these, but man, you can't beat those axe handles. Which is why I got this whole pile behind me. I was stock up on them when I find them. They're good handles. I have not found better.